This call.
Thank you for calling Duncraft Wild Bird Superstore. This is Wes speaking. How may I help you today?
Hello, sir. Hello?
How may I help you today?
Hi. I purchased a 5-pound bag of your Wild Delight Total Cuisine birdseed.
Okay.
Okay, yes, it arrived last week, and I must say we were pleased when we opened the box, all the different colors of the seeds and everything, and the description of what it would do. And I'm feeling pretty perplexed because, I mean, we placed the feed in the feeder the very same day, and it did attract a lot of birds. But, you know, the very next day I was up cooking breakfast and I heard a thumping noise, and I looked and the birds were bouncing off the window. And I'm not sure if the seed is contaminated or what, but it seems to make the birds go crazy.
Okay. I'm not sure why that may happen. Have you ever had any problems with the birds running into the windows at all?
No, sir, I haven't. And what's even worse is I went out into the yard to rake the leaves, and they started swooping at me.
They started what now?
They started swooping at me, like swooping down,
okay.
like kamikazes.
Yeah, do you know what kind of birds they were by chance?
Well, I noticed, and I had to run back in my house and swat at them with a rake to get them away from me, but I went back into my house and looked out the window, and there was a bunch of blue jays on the power lines, and a lot of blackbirds, the starlings and the swallops, or the swallows, whatever they are. There was a whole bunch of birds in my yard, like a lot more than normal.
Okay. Well, one thing to keep in mind with that particular seed blend is it is loaded with those foods that the birds do love. And oftentimes when a bird finds a source of food that it particularly likes, it will absolutely defend that.
Yes, sir.
And, and with the blue jays, the blue jays and the grackles, both of those birds are actually well known as being bully birds, where they will do that swooping, and they will try to defend their territory, absolutely.
Yes, sir. I think I did make a mistake, though, because it does say wild bird seed, and I know they're already crazy enough, and it seemed to make them even wilder. I mean, they were even like going as far as to swoop at my dogs and pecking at my horse's face and everything, and you know, I don't know if that's normal or if the birds are supposed to attack large animals, but my wife actually had a sparrow caught in her hair when she went to go out in the morning and start her car.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I like I said, I've heard of the birds like vigilantly defending their food sources and things like that, but that is out of the ordinary, absolutely. And I apologize that had happened to you, but like I said, I've never heard of the birds swooping in like that before.
Yes, I mean, literally, I'm looking out of my kitchen window right now, and there's literally over 1,000 birds in my yard.
Oh my goodness. And how much feed did you put out?
Well, we had originally one 5-pound bag, but we ordered 10 more, so there's about 50 pounds of bird seed in my yard.
And you put all of it out at one time?
Yes, sir, every last bit of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we oftentimes don't recommend putting out that much seed because at this time of year, absolutely, they're definitely scavenging for as much food as they can get for those long flights south. And yeah, I apologize. That might have been a mistake. We oftentimes recommend not putting out that much seed.
Okay, is there anything I can give them to calm them down or just make them go away? Because they're quite terrifying.
One thing that might work is playing some loud music, because they are pretty sensitive to the loud noises.
What kind of music? Like rap music or rock and roll, or what would you recommend?
Yeah, something like that. And then also another thing, with that many birds in there, they'll probably eat through that seed pretty quickly, so as soon as that's gone, I feel like they'll definitely disperse as well.
Okay, and another thing I've noticed too is they're actually out there, the bigger birds, the blue jays in particular, are killing the smaller birds, like pecking them to pieces. It looks like...
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what I would definitely do is try to get some of that loud music playing to try to scare some of them off. and see what you can't do. And I apologize if that had happened. May I just have your last name, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Terrance. Terrance Warren.
May I have you spell your last name?
Warren.
And your zip code, please.
47025.
Thank you. And another thing I can recommend is if you are really worried, you can try to contact your local veterinary area, and they might be able to help you with that as well.
Okay, sir. I mean, even the people who jog through the neighborhood are taking detours away from my house.
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend contacting your local ASPCA or your local veterinarian office as well.
Yes, and if that doesn't work, I'm just going to go out there with some bird shot and just start dolly whopping them.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we obviously don't recommend that here, but if you have to do that, then that's what it comes down to. I understand.
Okay, sir. Thanks, honey, baby. Bye.
Take care.
I gotta hear that.